Hello everyone, it's Laura here today at Cottage Garden, and I'm just going to show you around what's happening in the garden at the moment.
As you can see, the grass needs cutting. We're just waiting for it to dry off because we have had some rain yesterday after the glorious week we had prior to that. So first of all, I'm going to take you over to the herbs. This is the herb garden at the moment. It is a work in progress. As you can see, we have rosemary, we've got marjoram, thyme, oregano, and another type of thyme here. And my tarragon, which I grew last year, is really coming on. This is a bed waiting for some herbs that I have growing from seed in the Polytunnel. Over here, we have a basil, we have another thyme, we have another rosemary, we have an oregano, and we also have a what they call an after eight mint, which is a chocolate mint. I have another basil here because I use a lot of basil. It's a nice hardy type of basil, and we have some parsley, which is actually coming on quite well. But I had this in the Polytunnel from last year, and just wanted to see how it would do because it wasn't doing much in the Polytunnel. But I have lots more sproutings, which I'm going to show you right now. So let's go around to the Polytunnel. So here's my new tomato tent, which I haven't planted the tomatoes yet, but that is one of my next jobs to do. I'll take you into the Polytunnel now. Okay, so here are my herbs that are growing currently in the Polytunnel. Some are to go planting out down in the bottom of the garden, and some are for my herb garden. As you can see, we have a lot of cilantro, have a lot of parsley, we have some dill. Here is a nice selection coming up, as you can see. And over here we've got some lovely vegetables growing, got some curly cow, got some spring onions coming through, and little gem. We've also got some spinach. This is rocket or arugula, and some parsley over here as well. Here we have some dill. This was just little bits and pieces that I put into this tub that I wasn't sure was going to do very well, but it's actually coming on very well. And again, we've got some basil, and I think that's probably either parsley or cilantro there. I think it's parsley actually. These are my lily bulbs, so I'm just waiting for these to come through. Some horses going past. And over here again we have more herbs ready to pot into those areas out in my herbs section that I showed you just a minute ago. And these are some plants over here. Now, if you didn't already know, my mum actually takes care of a lot of the planting side of the gardening, which is great. Let's just give these a little sprinkle. Yeah, she does a lot of the flower side and I do all the vegetable side. So under here again we have more herbs. This is sprouts, so these are nearly ready to go out in the garden. I'm going to take down the garden in a minute to show you what's going on down there. And we have some more rocket, supposedly oregano, but I'm not sure whether that is oregano or rocket, quite honestly. We had a storm not so long ago, and unfortunately what happened in the storm is that a lot of my herbs fell off of the side here and got all mixed up. So there are some situations where I'm not entirely sure what I have growing. There's quite a mixture there, as you can see. But what we do have is a nice variety. We have lots and lots of lovely salad coming on. Our first guests are coming at the end of April, and so we shall be well on our way with a lovely range of fresh herbs and salads at the very least for them. Okay, let's take you down to the garden. I just thought I would show you the lovely herb trolley. This needs painting, so we are doing this in the next week. But here we have some beautiful sage, and we also have some chives. Now this is usually full. Oh sorry, we also have some chocolate mint here. Now this is usually full of herbs, but at the moment we have some plants growing, as you can see, which my mum is about to plant into the garden. So yeah, watch this space. That should be happening very soon. Unfortunately, most of our Daffys are going over now, and the alliums are on the way, along with many other beautiful things that my mum has planted into the beds here. I'll just give you a quick tour around of the main areas of the garden. But yes, spring is definitely on its way, or is here, should I say. As you can see, everything is doing really, really well. This is my mint. I have some regular mint coming through here, and again this is a chocolate mint. This bed is in need of some TLC, but again Mum is coming down next week to sort out the flower side of planting, purely not because I don't love it, but purely because I just don't have time. When I'm dealing with inquiries and we're planning itinerary and things like that, we just don't have time to be in the garden as well. So that's how we work our time. Okay, so here we are in the vegetable patch just down at the bottom of the garden, and as you can see, we have onions coming through here that I planted just a couple of weeks ago. We have lots and lots of onions, in fact. That's entirely onions. Then I have some mange too, which you can see is coming through just here. 2 rows of mange too, although I can't see any in this row at the moment. Then we have some cornflowers. Now I planted some cornflowers because I thought it'd be lovely to have a couple of rows of flowers I can pick for my guests, for their rooms and things like that. I have these 2 little either weeds, oh actually it's 3, or it's actually potatoes from last year that are coming through. I'm not sure yet. I need to actually, I don't think it is potatoes because there's a couple of them. Oh, it is potatoes, look, I just dug one up. So some random potatoes have got left in here, which is going to be very interesting because they're doing very well. So we will probably leave them there and see what happens. Yeah, this is the one that I've just picked up. Sorry about my nails. They need doing, but you know, I'm a working girl, so. Okay, so down this end, again, we have all this space here that hasn't been planted yet. It's ready for my sprouts, my fennel. I've got lots and lots of other things going in here that's going to happen in the next week or 2. Now the weather is a lot warmer, although it doesn't feel it today. Here I do have 1 row of fennel that I've planted straight out as seed, just to see how it would go. And then I've got a row of spring onions. Sugar snap peas, a couple of rows of sugar snap peas actually, because I love sugar snaps. A row of broad beans. 4 rows of broad beans, sorry, again, because we love broad beans. You can actually see one coming through there. Here are my potatoes. Potatoes are doing very well. We should see them sprouting through fairly soon. And then over here, let me just take this off actually. Oh, we've got lots going on here. Wonderful, wonderful. So this is our beetroots coming through. Broad beans, sugar snap peas. This is carrots. They look like they're doing very well. We've got some parsnips in this one, and also some parsnips in this one. And under here we have carrots and parsnips. And this is the area I was mentioning about trying bags this year to see if I could get a straighter vegetable, because my root vegetables in the beds last year, they didn't do as well as I had hoped. Okay, so on this side we've got rhubarb growing. This is my truffle tree. This is actually a hazel tree. So very early days. When I got it, it said it would take about 4 years for it to actually grow enough to produce truffles. So we are only past, I think, about 9 months into our waiting for the truffles, so that's a work in progress. Here we will grow pumpkins, butternut squash, courgettes. these are my berries. So these are blueberries and, black currants and red currants here. Which is very exciting because I love to plate using black currants and red currants. It's very pretty. And then this area is where our asparagus is hiding. Asparagus should be through soon, but it will be used to plant some other bits and pieces around it as well, depending on how the asparagus does. And then this area here is waiting for my French beans to go in. Now, last year my French beans did so well. I literally cannot wait to get them in. So that will be happening over the next month as well.
Everybody for joining me at Well Cottage Garden, and I hope you're enjoying this newsletter. We can't wait to see you all here at Well Cottage when you are ready, and of course if you've already booked, we're so looking forward to seeing you. Have a great day. Bye.